welcome back to more Pokemon HeartGold. So last time we made it to Mr. Pokemon's house, we got the mystery egg, and then we delivered to President, but along the way, his Cinder Gold got stolen by this dude called Zero, so yeah. Anyway, after being him, we decided to have a little look at Route 46, and yeah, today that's gonna be our main objective. We're gonna be catching some Pokemon Route 46. And also talk about the two new Pokemon in this area. So, and yeah, one of them's not retired by the way, so yeah. We'll just go run away again. I think level 10 is pretty good for Chikorita at this point. And I want to talk to that dude, but I guess I'll run into Pokemon. There's one of them. So yeah, Spearow. Let's talk about Spearow. I try to catch him. So, Spearow is what I consider the best early normal flying type. Because, well, that's one kind of reason why. It does start with Peck, and that's actually really cool. But yeah, I really like the moves it learns early on. I mean, Very Attack and Pursuit or whatever, but Aerial Ace at level 17 that I really like. No flying type gets a strong move like that quickly, so yeah, that's actually really nice. What we got here? It flaps its short wings to flush out insects from tall grass. It then plucks them with its stubby beak. But yeah, we're going to be catching a few of these because, yeah, we might need to catch a couple of these is what I should be saying. We got an Impish one, alright. I'll see what else you can find here. Impish is not terrible because, yeah, it doesn't use its switch type anyway. Anyway, let's keep talking. So like I said, the early areas is really nice, but another great thing is how quickly you can get Fearow. It's only level 20, and you may actually get it for the second gym. I do think it's one of the best Pokemon for that gym. So yeah, that's another great thing. But anyway, now we talked about that, let's actually talk about Fearow. So Fearow, oh yeah, Lily's 2, it only gets Keen Eye, so no need to worry about that. It can remember Pluck now, but you don't really need to do that. I think Aerial Ace is just fine. It also gets like Mirror Move, which is alright. Agility is also a thing, I guess, and Assurance could be nice, although it's level 35, so I think it's a bit too late. And then Roost and Drill Peck round things up. Drill Peck at 47 is actually quite cool, so yeah. I do quite like that a lot. And then, of course, TMs, there is Steel Wing and U-turn are the main attractions. But of course, there's also Fly. The other flying type Pokemon I also talked about, yeah, they can also use that to help transport you across the region. So yeah, again, not the most amazing TMs, but the fact that it gets U-turn is actually kind of a cool niche. And yeah, whatever Spearow we do end up with, a serious one, alright. Although, yeah, it actually has, it compares interesting with this one. But anyway, it's not Pokeball, so I'll still try to catch it. But anyway, Mood 2, there's nothing too interesting there. And then, finally, Ekmoos, again, nothing too interesting here either. It now gets, Feather Dance, but that's not really that important. It also gets, like, Quick Attack and Full Sight too, so yeah, there's also that. I'm gonna assume that one's less bulky or, you know, damage roll. But anyway, another thing I like about Fearow, its stats. Despite evolving at only level 20, they're actually really solid. 90 attack and 100 speed. I can even allow it to keep going because, yeah. Another move that these normal flying types can use, of course, is Return. And that's 102 power, so yeah, that's not too bad. But anyway, what's this one gonna be like? Yeah, the serious one's fine, I think. Although, yeah, again, it has less stat than the Impish one. And it's a sassy one, which, yeah, that's probably not that great. I guess we'll go one or two more, I guess we'll see. So I haven't found the other Pokemon yet. Oh, there it is. Geodude. I gotta try catching a Geodude, but anyway. It's just gonna take a while because it's a rock type. But anyway, yeah, like I said, 90 attack and 100 speed, that's really solid. Again, there is another normal flying type Pokemon that is even stronger than that. But what I like about Fearow though is availability. That normal flying type doesn't come until after 5 badges, so yeah. And by that point, yeah, Pharaoh has already had a couple of chins where it's pretty decent, so yeah. And of course, like I said, the early air release does also help it out quite well as well. So yeah, again, there's a lot to quite like about Fear in my opinion, because again, it's not the strongest normal flying type around, but the fact that it's available so early on, just yeah, gives it an edge in my opinion. Now, of course, something my brother did mention too is that yeah, you could definitely use Fearow as a temporarily Pie member until you get the actual flying type Pokemon you want, like that other normal flying type I mentioned. And yeah, there's also another good option for that too. You actually get a free Spirit later on, but the thing about that one is it's after the second gym, so you can't use Fear against that, or Spearow, I should be saying. Anyway, you also got Geodude, which I'm going to be talking about. Most people may not know this, but a closer look should reveal that there are many Geodude around. The Geodude. Now we have a full team, so... how good is this Geodude? Ooh, it's Brave. I think we should take this one. Well, actually, nah. Sturdy is the thing. I actually want Rocket, so yeah. Too bad. But I'll keep the Serious Spirit, because again, that's my... I want the Impish. Because yeah... the Impish one has more attacks, so I probably should take that one, to be honest. So yeah, that's probably all I'll do for the time being. And yeah, I'll see if I can catch a good Geodude with Rocket. But anyway, now we've done that, yeah, let's talk about Geodude. And yeah, while I'm also going on the hunt too, I'll also talk about the Pokemon Root Fetty as well. But anyway, let me see. Run away from this Pidgey. Yeah, I'll also get out of the grass, and yeah, because it's a new day, I can also get that Apricot too, so yeah, that's something else I'll probably do. But yeah, like I said, that Impish one we caught is probably the best one we've caught so far, considering the one extra attack, and also it's not actually a bad nature. Considering, you know, considering, what I'm trying to say, it does have more attack than the serious ones, so yeah. But yeah, that Brave one would have been nice. Sturdy is okay, but yeah, Rocket is something that, yeah, Geodude can definitely take advantage of, so yeah. Anyways, let's actually try talking about Geodude now. So Geodude is definitely a Pokemon that's kind of a double-edged sword. So, it's a Rock Ground type. Rock and Sturdy are its abilities, and I do recommend Sturdy because it lends Double Edge for a level up, and that's 120 power normal type moves, so yeah, pretty decent. It does have decent type coverage as well, but yeah, just laying that on its own is pretty good. But anyway, Rock Ground type is a Double Edge sword type. It has amazing type coverage. Getting stab on both those is great when, yeah, Rock and Ground complement each other super well. The main problem though is weaknesses. 2 times the weaknesses to water and grass, and the special weaknesses are also kind of bad too. Yeah, there is the physical and special split, but yeah, still though, like, you do not want to get hit by a special weakness that it has, and yeah, it has quite a lot, and yeah, because of its timeout weaknesses, yeah, that's not great. So anyway, do I catch another Spirit? I think I'll catch one of the Spirit. But anyway. Ooh, weakened a lot there. I didn't even heal, which could be bad, but anyway. Another thing we need to do with these Pokemon too is train them up a little bit, because I think I want them level 5 so they can take on the trainers, but anyway. Because I think that's the level of the trainers too, but anyway. I mean, Geodude probably doesn't need to be trained up considering, you know, rock type, but yeah. Anyway, back to yeah, like I said, Rock Ground, Double-Edged Sword type. The good thing is, though, a well-supported team can definitely help it out a lot. Like, of course, it does have those tines for water and grass weaknesses, but guess what? Chikorita is good against both those, so yeah, that's definitely gonna help us out. It does have, of course, other weaknesses too. The physical ones it can sort of shrug off, but you still want to be careful though. But anyway, what I really actually like about Geodude is its level up moveset. It's really decent. Getting Rock Polish at level 8, which is not amazing, but it's decent. And then it also gets Rock Throw and Magnitude. Pretty early on too, level 11 and level 15. You can even get Self-Destruct too, so that's kind of funny. at level 18, and then roll out at level 22, and a Rock Blast at 25. And then it should evolve into Graveler. There we got another one here, so I'm gonna try catching it. A female Geodude, huh? Anyway. Oh yeah, I caught a Spearow, so I needed to double check it. Then now it's a Graveler. It'll learn Rock Blast again at level 27, but then it gets Earthquake at level 33, pretty early to get that move too. And of course, learn it via leveler too, that's also coverable. Then after that is Explosion, Double Edge, and Stone Edge. They get pretty decent moves. It doesn't learn Rock Slide via level, that's the only gripe I have. But other than that though, it's very solid via level up. And then of course there is its TMs. There's some weird ones like Fire type moves for some random reason, and yeah, that's the main weird thing. But yeah, like I said, for some reason there's a lot of those. But yeah, there's also like Focus Punch, I guess. Rip Break could be considered, although that is post game. And Gyrable, I guess, is kind of cool too, because it isn't the fastest, but there is Rock Polish, I guess, if you want to suck. Yeah, with a Rock Polish, I could definitely put in some work. Then let's see. Okay, I think we're going with this one, Naughty Nature. So yeah, and then a Quirky Steady. Okay. So I think we're going with the Spearow. So we got the Spearow, that's good. Now we need to try and find a Geodude with Rocket. Like, maybe hopefully this will... Anyway, Mood Tutors. There's some cool ones, but again, they are post-game. Mainly Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, and Sucker Punch. A lot of punching moves. I guess Super Power as well. It does get a decent amount of Vine-type coverage, which could actually be kind of useful to myself. And for like Egg moves, there's Rock Slide though. I don't know how it gets Rock Slide. I'm gonna assume just some other rock type learns it, but yeah, it does get Rock Blast at least. And if Rock Blast hits 3 times, it is equal in power to that. It's just it does have 80% accuracy, which is the same as Stone Edge, and Stone Edge is known to be very unreliable, so yeah. So there's that. And then yeah, other interesting moves are Hammer Arm and Curse. Because yeah, Curse gives an attack and defense boost, but lowers speed. That's actually not too bad for Graveler. But anyway, its stats are decent. 95 attack and 150 defense. Those are the main ones. But everything else is really bad. 55 HP, 45 search attack, search defense, and 35 speed. Luckily though, we are playing with the possible evolutions turned off. So now we can get Golem, which should be at level 37. And if it isn't, well, I can sort it out. No worries. Alright, what's this Geodude like? Sassy and Steady again. Sassy wouldn't actually be terrible, but yeah. That Brave one though, yeah, that would have been cool, but anyway. At least a fine one of them. But yeah, it does learn some extra moves, like I think Focus Blast is now an option, but yeah, I probably want to use that. And then yeah, I guess Iron Head 2 via Mewtwo now as well, once because of Golem. But yeah, that's really the main differences. You're mainly going for Golem for the slightly extra stats. And yeah, they do make a difference. Now it has 110 attack and 130 defense. As well as a much better 80 HP too, that's also going to help. Although yeah, again, its special stats are still very low. Only has 55 search attack and 65 special defense, 45 speed. So again, it's quite the slow coach. But hey, against physical attacks though, it's pretty decent. And yeah, that's mainly what it's going to be switching into. That's the main problem with using it though, despite the fact that yeah, this Pokemon can hit extremely hard. The main problem is just getting it on the field, because yeah, again, there is a lot of bad type matchups, but yeah, there's also a lot of good type matchups too, so yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of those. And yeah, even if it's a super effective move, if it's physical, it still might not do so much damage, so yeah. Anyway, what's this one got? An Everstone, apparently. Careful Rocket, interesting. That's definitely a good one. I'll also keep that Everstone. I'll keep it around for the time being. I think we'll keep catching. Again, we got the Spearow we won. I could also try training up the Spearow, but it's probably going to be easier on the next route, so yeah. We're also going to heal too, because yeah, I forgot to do that earlier, so yeah. So yeah, like I said, okay, so I should mention what I'm using. I kind of already talked about why I'm using Fear. Again, joins early. It's really good at taking out those annoying bug types that Korea doesn't like. Which is awesome. And, yeah, again, it's gonna be a ticket to the second gym. Although, yeah, Geodude definitely is a good option for that as well. And yeah, for Geodude, it does have very good competition. Another rock ground type. Technically, it's a ground rock type, but yeah. The thing about that Pokemon though, it joins quite late again. It's actually also after 5 gym badges, so yeah. So I much prefer Golem because of that. Also, Golem learns a lot of good moves early on too, which really help. So yeah. That's also another reason why, like, getting that Earthquake super early is going to be amazing, so yeah. And yeah, Careful Nature's not bad, because yeah, that's lowering special attack, which it doesn't need, and it's actually raising special defense. But yeah, of course. If I hit harder, that might be better, so yeah, again, we'll see. And again, I would like Rocket, because Double Edge, again, it's a very solid move. Hey, the good thing is, yeah, I'm recording this later in the day. Spirit doesn't appear at the night, but Geodude still does, so yeah. But now we talked about that, let me look at the Pokemon Route 30 and we're gonna start talking about those. So yeah. But yeah, this route, yeah, I didn't really mention it, but yeah, there's a route on, Encounter that's very similar to this. It connects to an area later in the game, because yeah, you can't really go up and down. You can't really go up, is what I meant to say there. Alright, another Geodude, cool. There's another story about Geodude I can also talk about too, as well. But yeah, I'll talk about that later, I'm gonna train them up. But anyway, we have a lot of Pokemon to talk about. So yeah, first off, let's talk about the Caterpie line. These are only in HeartGold, and you can either find Caterpie or Metapod, and these can be found in the morning. Alongside another Pokemon, which we'll talk about in Silver. Alright, it is weakened, so I'm gonna try Pokeball. Anyway, Caterpie first. So Caterpie, I think I should have mentioned this too. Yeah, Geodude and Spirit, they're also good, like, early game Pokemon as well. So if you want to use something else later, then yeah, they can still help you out. Although with Geodude, there's another Pokemon that comes to mind that fulfills a similar role, but also pretty good early on. We'll talk about that one later. You can get a trade pretty early on in the game as well, so yeah. Okay, I think I'll go in this one. Lonely Rocket. So we got 2 attack raising natures, so there you go. But now we need to train them up, because again, I would like them to be level 5, because I think that's going to make our life easier coming up. And yeah, we're probably going to maybe need to do a little bit of stretch training curve. Because yeah, being at level 2 is going to be a bit rough, so yeah. Anyway, let's actually talk about Caterpie now. So yeah, speaking of being good early game, that's basically Caterpie's MO. So yeah, it doesn't really do anything as a Caterpie or even a Metapod. The only thing that really Metapod does is harden. That also goes so if you catch them in the wild. It does seem tempting to try catching a Metapod in the wild, which is a 10% encounter. The problem is that yeah, it only has harden, so I recommend just catching it as a Caterpie instead. And then you can just get harder when it evolves. And slightly better stats too. But anyway. But yeah, we want this Spearow, and then yeah, we want Lonely Rocket. So yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, once again, I would like to hear some nicknames. Again, I'll show the genders of these Pokemon too. But yeah, Lonely and Nordy are pretty similar natures. They're actually both females, interesting. But anyway, let's go and heal up. Because again, we really want to train these two. Yeah, again, I think level 5 is what I want to be, and then we can take on the trainers. But anyway, that's yeah, Caterpie. Like I said, catch as a Caterpie, so you can actually attack. It only has tackle and string shot, although HeartGold does give it access to Bug by level 15, but by that point I think it's too late. So yeah, let's actually just talk about the main Pokemon, Butterfree. So Butterfree, I think is decent. Sure, it doesn't have the best type match in the first gym, but against the second one, it's gonna do pretty decent. And yeah, that's mainly what Butterfree's all about, being strong early on, because it only evolves, you only need to wait until level 10. And by that point, it gets an interesting move of Confusion to deal with those nasty poison types. Also, yeah, I need to have Spirit out front, because yeah, Spirit's gonna be the harder one to train, I guess. My guess is, so yeah. Unless we run to a ton of bug-type Pokemon. And yeah, guess what, yeah, they also get some following sprites too, which is really cool. But anyway, it also learns a lot of powder moves too, so it can even do a little bit of supporting as well. Here we want to go into Geodude, because Geodude can probably tank the Pidgey. But anyway, yeah, it gets Poison Powder, Stun Sword, and Sleep Powder, all at level 12. And another great thing I like about, another thing I really like about Butterfree 2 is its ability Compoundize, where, yeah, has better accuracy on those powder moves. So yeah, Sleep Powder actually is really reliable, so yeah, that's another thing I really like about, Butterfree. And yeah, despite the good time matchup though, the level difference is definitely making a big difference here, so I'm gonna switch again. Anyway, and that though, it also gets Gust for Stab, Supersonic, Whirlwind, Psybeam, Silverwind. It does get some actually kind of decent moves early on, like, yeah, Psybeam's 24, Silverwind is 28. Eventually we'll also get Bug Buzz at 40, but yeah, by that point though, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, Butterfree has definitely outlived its usefulness, but still. I do like this Pokemon just because, again, accurate Sleep Powder, it always has that too on its side as well, so yeah. Which, yeah, again, I'm quite a big fan of. Let's get back in here. So, yes, again, yeah. This is why I'm not, you know, sending right into trainers. They're gonna struggle a lot without some training, so yeah. But yeah, anyway, for TMs, there's definitely some good ones, like you could consider Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Giga Drain. Even Energy Ball is there too, although yeah, I think a lot of those are post-skin though, is the problem. Again, yeah, it does get some interesting moves, it's just that the stats are gonna let it down. And also, it's Bug Flying type. It is really good against Grass-type Pokemon, because it has Psychic-type moves to deal with a lot of the Grass Poison types that are very common in Kanto. Yeah, pretty much like every Grass type is a dual type, and if it's a dual type, it's probably Grass Poison, so yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna take a sip here. This will be a good experience with Spearow. And yeah, even though we switched them out, yeah, still got a lot of experience. But yeah, move to this, nothing too special there. And yeah, there are some pre-ever moves, but yeah, don't bother. And then finally stats. Yeah, again, it's not very impressive. It only has 80 special attack and 70 speed. So it's not an offensive juggernaut. And its other stats aren't too impressive either, except for its 80 special events. But yeah, you can definitely try to make this work long term. The main thing is relying on that Sleep Powder. But hey, that's not bad. Again, I did make a Butterfree work an entire playthrough just because of its accurate Sleep Powder. So yeah, I definitely can see the value in that. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of a fan of it. So yeah, and yeah, why I like Butterfree more than its counterpart Beedrill, which yeah, we're going to be talking about. So yeah, let's talk about Weedle now. This is only in Soul Silver, by the way. Anyway, level 3. And almost level 4, that's good. So Weedle's a bug poison type. It's quite different because of that, because yeah, it's also pretty good at killing grass type Pokemon too. And also being immune to poison could be nice in there, poison powder. But anyway, it's a pretty similar deal here. It starts with Poison Sting and String Shot, and while you can catch Cocooners in the wild, do not do that because yeah, it won't be able to attack until it evolves. So yeah. And again, it evolves at level 10 into Beedrill. And yeah, let's talk about Beedrill. It's an interesting mod, but again, I feel like it's not as useful as Butterfree because it falls off harder because of lacking utility. But anyway. Yeah, Spur's doing pretty decent. Anyway, so yeah, let's talk about Beedrill. So once you do get Beedrill, it'll Fear type. And at level 16 it gets Twin Needle. It's kind of signature move. which is technically 50 power because it hits twice. So yeah, there's that. Other than that though, it doesn't really learn anything like super good, like Rage and Pursuit, those are whatever. It does get Toxic Spikes at 25, which is a pretty strong move. Mainly in competitive, but yeah. It's still decent if you can get it off, but yeah, Beedrill doesn't have very good bulk, so yeah, there's a problem there. It also gets Pin Missile, but yeah, Pin Missile I think is even worse than Twin Needle. There's also Agility, Assurance, and then Poison Jab is actually good. 80 power, and it does use its good physical attack. And then Fight and Devil. Devil TMs, Brick Break and Aerial Ace I guess exist. He even gets Roost apparently, it also gets Payback. X's is also there, and yeah, that's definitely its best Bug Stab. There's some decent ones, like a U-turn as well. It's just that, again, its poor stats are going to catch up to it. And there we go, level 5. That's the level I want Spirit to be. And we got the layer 2. Let's try using, Geodude now. Man, move tiers, yeah, that isn't, like, anything super great here either. And then, yeah, same with its pre-evolution moves. Anyway, stat-wise, it does have 80 attack. Again, that's actually... I'd say it's kind of bad, but it's actually pretty good early on, so there's at least that. So yeah. Same with Butterfree, obviously. Yeah, 75 speed, 80 special defense, but yeah, it's pretty frail at only 40 defense, and only 65 HP. So yeah, early on, it's a pretty good Grass-type killer. Not as good as Butterfree in my opinion, just because it doesn't Psychic-type moves. Because yeah, its Bud-type moves, it's situational when they're actually good. Because if it's a Grass Poison type, you're only doing neutral damage, but hey, they're not touching you that badly, so I guess it's not that bad. But again, I feel like Butterfree's utility with those sleep powders and stuff, those are what make it like actually a pretty good early game choice to be honest. So yeah. Again, and Beedrill doesn't really have that, so yeah, that's why I prefer Butterfree. And yeah, I think there's just cooler Bug Poison types as well. So yeah, there's that as well. Again, it's okay, but not amazing. And yeah, Butterfree's the better early game choice in my opinion. So now we talked about that, let's talk about a joke. In Soul Silver in the mornings, you can find Ledyba, and only in the morning. Caterpie and Weedle and the evolutions, they get found morning and day, but then when it becomes night, only Hoots pop out and the HeartGold bug type pops up. But anyway, in Soul Silver, like I kind of said there, you get a joke, which is Ledyba. So it gets Swarm or Helipad. I'm pretty sure that yeah, Beedrill gets Swarm as well. So yeah, this Hogwarts terrible. You'll see why in a bit. Its moveset is very weird. It's also not very good either. Like, it takes forever to actually learn moves on it. Like, it starts with like Tackle and Super Sight, and then it gets Comet Punch at level 9. And then you have to wait until level 14 to learn Reflect the Light Screen. And Safeguard, apparently. That's this Pokemon's main niche. It learns the Scream moves extremely early, and it technically is bulky, but yeah, we'll get into that. And at level 17, it also learns a Mark Punch, which I guess could be cool, but with this thing's attack stat, no. Hey, it does level up quickly though. Anyway, at level 18 it evolves to Ledium, which again, joke. But why is that? Well, the first suit though it learns though is anything but a joke, and yeah, I need to switch out. I'm gonna see if Spirit can take it on. At half health, but anyway. Maybe not. Let's see how much attack does. But anyway, probably need to. Ooh, that actually did a lot. And we got a crit. Oh. I guess we're going into Chicory then. So you need to go back and heal now. But anyway, yeah. It does get Baton Pass, which would be good. I mean, it does learn Agility, but yeah, there's better Pokemon at using Baton Pass and Agility, let's just say. But anyway, Sylvan is also there, which is decent, but again, this Pokemon's attacking stats are horrible, so yeah. Even if it does learn an interesting move, yeah, it's not gonna do much. And then yeah, there's Swift at 41, yeah, that's terrible to think about. Double Edge at 48, and then Bug Buzz at 53. A good move, not on this Pokemon. Then for TMs, there's a lot of random stuff here and there. It does get a lot of, like, Vine type moves, like Break and Focus Punch. Again, probably don't use those. You can get Dig apparently too, and Focus Blast, and Drain Punch. Again, it does a lot of Flying type moves, and I don't really know why, considering it's a Bug Flying type, so yeah. There's that. Like, yeah, there's some interesting moves here and that, but yeah, I mainly go support moves, and I already learned some decent ones via level up 2, mainly those Reflect and Light Screens. I guess U-turn could be interesting as well. It does get Sword Stance, so if you really want to actually fight with this thing, you probably need a couple of Sword Stances. Anyway, Meteor-wise, it does get some good moves, but again, the problem is those stats. Like, it does get Ice and Button Punch, I guess. And then for Egg moves, Bug Buzz is pretty good to get early on. Knockoff is decent for support, and so are Encore and Screech. And then finally, yeah, those stats, they're horrible. The thing I don't like about Ledion, of course, is just how pitifully weak it is, attacking wise. It only has 35 attack and 55 special attack. So yeah, it's gonna tickle most things it fights. The main things about it are its 110 special defense and 85 speed, which to be honest, those aren't terrible. It's just that again, like yeah, with a Reflect up, it's gonna probably be able to take a lot of hits, but yeah, again, it's not gonna do much. It's just gonna sit there and potentially even become cert fodder for your opponents. So yeah, that's not great at all. And Bug Flying is also kind of bad defensively as well, with the Times for Rock weakness and quite a lot of other weaknesses too. So even with that good search defense, it could be just blown away. Yeah, this is why me and my brother consider this Pokemon one giant joke, like I keep saying. At least its counterpart in HeartGold is slightly better, but not by much. And that's Spinarak, a bug poison type. So yeah, we kinda got the Gen 2 counterparts of Butterfree and Beedrill. And yeah, that's another thing too, yeah. Even though, like, it technically has good support capabilities, Ledion, but I feel like Butterfree is even better because of that Sleep Powder. So yeah, again, it's like, why would I ever want to use Ledion for like Reflective Light Screen stuff when I could use literally anything else? Is what I'm trying to get at. Like, yeah, that social event is cool and all, but I can just use like a bulky Psychic type instead if I really want. Or, you know, a Psychic type that actually hits hard, you know? So, yeah. Again, I don't really see the point of Ledion, except if you really desperately need something that could resist Grass. Which again, all the other bug types I'm mentioning right now are better options, so yeah. Anyway, that's Mudsport from Geodude, and we're almost done. We still have one more Pokemon to talk about though. Spinarak. So Spinarak gets Insomnia or Swarm for its abilities, which are okay. You can probably take Eevor. I think Swarm's slightly better, although again, being immune to sleep is definitely not the best in the world. But anyway, Spinarak, it doesn't get too many interesting moves to start with. It gets Leech Life, which is, it's Poison Sting, sorry. Which again, that's weak, and so is Leech Life a lot as well. It even also gets Constrict, so yeah, a ton of really weak base power moves. It also gets Nightshade at 15, and Shadow Sneak is interesting because it's a priority move. It's not stab though, so I wouldn't really recommend it, but it's interesting. And then it gets Furious Sights, and then it's able to evolve into Ariados, its evolution. So Ariados is a very strange Bug Poison type. It's better than Beedrill, but again, I don't think it's by much. It remembers Bug Bite now, which is cool. It gets Sucker Punch at 28. I think, I'm not so sure, because yeah, the move not Stab, so I think that Sucker Punch is probably better because of that, but hey. Sucker Punch isn't the easiest primary move to use because the opponent needs to use an attack, so there's that. One of its main claims to fame is Spiderweb. It's the only Pokemon that learned this move, and it's a trapping move. The main problem though, it's quite slow, so don't expect it to trap a roaming Pokemon. Let's just say you're probably better off using a Zubat, let's just say. It also gets Agility. I think it gets Baton Pass via Egg moves. Yes, it does. So it can pass Agilities and the Spiderweb to its ally, which is pretty cool. Anyway, we are level 5 now, and I think we're going to be using Spearow to start with, although yeah, Geodude is actually pretty good against the first trainer, so yeah. So let's go in here. Anyway, Let's look at the other moves. There's actually some pretty decent ones. Again, agility could be considered. It has decent attack, but kind of bad speed, so agility can actually try to patch that up a little bit. It also gets Pin Missile, which again I'm not a fan of, Psychic for some random reason, and then Poison Jab level 50. To Beedrill's credit though, it does learn that move way earlier, so yeah, there is that. Well, TMs, it does learn some grass types, so I don't think it's very good at using those. It's very barren actually, now I look at it. It's basically just Giga Drain, Solar Beam, Dig, Return, and that's it. Poison Jump I guess is that too. For egg moves, it gets nothing too great either, except for Toxic Spikes and Poison Jump. Yes, again, Surge Attack is only 60, so I wouldn't really use those. And Disable is only 80% accuracy in this game. Next game though, it'll become 100, so that's pretty cool. I told you yet? Yeah, I have. So no need to worry about that, and we're also gonna go here. I'm also gonna take a sip. We get that Grün Popcorn. So there you are. The egg moves again, other than Toxic Spikes, nothing too interesting. My its stats. I think it's 90 attack, so I mean that's 10 better than Beedrill, but again that's not by much, and it's way slower at 40 speed. Again, it does get agility, so there is that at least, but again, if you need a cert to become decent, then yeah, there's kind of a problem. When a Pokemon can sub and become monstrous, so yeah, there is that. So yeah, it's like okay early on, but again, if I wanted to pick any of these bug types, I'd go with Butterfree, like I keep saying. Again, it evolves earlier than Ariados and Ledian, which is 1+ as well. It has Sleep Powder, so once its offenses start seeming less impressive, it can at least support with Sleep Powder a lot, so yeah, there's that as well. So again, yeah, these bug type Pokemon, yeah, they're kind of the new bug type Pokemon. I kind of like the idea behind Ariados. It's interesting, but yeah, again, it's kind of let down by that really terrible speed start. And again, yeah, to be honest, I say it's better than Beedrill, but now I think about it, I think Beedrill is actually better. And the only reason why is it evolves at level 10, so that's 12 levels earlier. You're not stuck with Spinarak for so long, which is nice. And then he also has Poison Jab quicker too, so yeah, to be honest, yeah, the counter bug type Pokemon seem better in my opinion. So anyway, yeah, we talked about all the Pokemon on Route 30 now, so that's awesome. Let's think about finding some trainers now. And yeah, we're using Geodude here because they're better against that level 4 Pidgey. Alrighty, so yeah, now these two have finished the battles, so yeah, we're gonna be fine against them. And we're gonna be using Spearow here. I just lost, so I'm trying to find more Pokemon. Wait, you look weak, come on, let's battle. I love this train battle theme, it's very nostalgic too. So fighting Yonk's Joey, and he has a Rattata, so yeah. Level 4, so yeah. Maybe I could have just got to level 4 I guess, but anyway, I just want to be on par with the trainers, that's the main reason I trained up. And we took care with the Peck, which is really nice. So there you go. And yeah, almost a level up 2. Oh, I'm out of Pokemon that can fight. Hey, can I get your number? I'll ring you up to battle. Sure. Now the good thing about HeartGold is, when compared to the original, you don't have a limit on what phone numbers you get from trainers. I ring whenever I get the urge to battle, so yeah. We can now, yeah, rematch Joey sometimes. You're a Pokemon trainer, right? Then you had to battle. I think he does some other things too, but yeah, I can't remember. He does call you up a lot though, that's something else I remember. But yeah, Mikey here has a Pidgey, only level 2. So again, maybe I did need to train, because yeah, I could have definitely tried going against these trainers. Anyway. Once again, Spearow actually doing pretty good with that nice pet, so there you go. And we got level 6. And the next up is the Rattata, so yeah, we're gonna go into Geodude here. Do I do that? Nah, I'll actually keep it Spearow here. This is actually level 4, so yeah, and it has quick attack, so yeah. That's much better than the tackle starts with, so yeah. So there we go. And we'll use some Geodude coming up. It's gonna take a little while for it to learn Bronto. That's the only problem with Geodude starting up. But yeah, once it does get the ball rolling though, it's gonna be awesome. That's strange, I won before. But yeah, he doesn't want your number though, so yeah. Let's try Geodude here. I think, yeah, checked it to the day. Let's see if we can get to the next route. I know a trainer, but if you look one in the eyes, prepare to battle. Over here's a bug catcher. They are to use bug Pokemon. Shock. It's not a bug Pokemon, I found a trainer. So let's fight. So we got Dawn, there's a Caterpie. Even though we don't have a super effective move yet, we are gonna tank them, so yeah, I'm not too afraid. But yeah, we learned Mud Sport, which is not a good move. It weakens the power of electric type moves, but the problem is that Geodude's immune to those, so yeah. I guess we could weaken electric type moves so that Spearow would be safe from them, but yeah, that's really not a good way of doing that. But anyway, there we go. And a lot of experience with Geodude, level 6, so there we go. And next up is another Caterpie, and you'll use Geodude for this. But yeah, one problem with Geodude too is also going to be running away from wild Pokemon battles because he gets slow. Say there's that. And he's still got a slow screenshot. So yeah, there we go. Another one. But yeah, I do wonder who should prioritize, because you're thinking about, yeah, these two are going to be putting in a lot of work coming up. And Chicory is just going to take a back seat, and the only reason why is the level 10. But once, I'm not so sure, because again, I said this before, but yeah, Chicory doesn't have the best matchup against the next gym, so yeah. We're probably going to be using the other two more there, so yeah. A lot of experience there too. Ah, you're too strong. I think I'll put Spear back in front. Another cool thing is, before we go on to the next route, we can actually go to Mr. Pokemon's house and heal up, so yeah. And here it is, Route 31. So we've already done our objective for today, awesome. Because next time we have more new Pokemon to talk about, because again, they are pretty, I mean actually, to be honest, I should just go back to town to heal up. So I'm gonna do that. There's also Dark K2. But anyway, another thing too I should mention too is there are some different encounters actually in the other versions. Like for example, Crystal gets a pretty special Pokemon on that route I caught these two, Spearow and Geodude. But yeah, I'm gonna be focusing on HeartGold and Soul Silver for this. Again, I had that information up, and yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard to talk about those other Pokemon too, especially I need to change the context a lot. Because yeah, we're talking Gen 2 there, and yeah, Pokemon are very different in Gen 2 compared to Gen 4, obviously, so yeah. Again, we're gonna be focusing on that. That's kind of what I did for Fire Red Assault, the other remake we played, so yeah. Here's a Metapod, so I get free XP. So I'm gonna take that free XP. And yeah, getting Spear out there is gonna be very useful, obviously. Again, a lot of bug type Pokemon, but there's also gonna be a lot of grass type Pokemon coming out too, so yeah. And yeah, these two actually cover each other really well, to be honest. Like, yeah, of course, grass type Pokemon again. That's something that Spirit can handle for Geodude as well. And then there's also the, they're both good against bug type Pokemon. That's another thing too, I guess, but yeah. Anyway, another random encounter. It's Pidgey. I think I'm just gonna run from this. It's also level 2, so that's another reason why. So there we go. Alrighty, so yeah, we made it. So yeah, Route 31. Again, we're gonna take this on in the next part, because again there's a lot of Pokemon to talk about here. Spirit looks very happy, very nice. So yeah. And yeah, I think Spearow is going to keep helping us out too, and also Geodude. Maybe Geodude will get close to that rock throw as well that I really want as well. So anyway, yeah, next time on Pokemon HeartGold, we're going to be exploring Route 31, and maybe seeing the next town as well. So yeah, look forward to that, and I'll see you guys again for that.